What is going on, my friends? Welcome back. It is extremely sunny. The sun's right in my eyes. But anyway, welcome back to another video. We have got a couple big announcements in the beginning of this video. Number one being this upcoming Monday, February 8th, is the new Wrenchworks giveaway slash drop. Sorry if there's any wind noise, but mark your calendars. It will be live this upcoming Monday. We got new gear, a brand new giveaway, a huge giveaway. But anyway, make sure you guys mark that down. Number two on the list is we have made a decision on Big Red here. Big Red is going to get parted out. You know, a lot of you guys wanted a sled pulling build, and while I'm not saying I never will do that, but at this very moment in time and things that we want to do in the future, it will make sense going forward on what we're planning on doing, what we're planning on building. But you're going to see some vehicle shifts and changes here. So Big Red is getting parted out. So it is a complete part out. If you guys need axles, if you guys need body parts, if you guys need interior, I want to part this thing out. It will be going for parts. So if you're interested, do not leave me a comment down below. Email or Instagram is the best way to get a hold of me if you guys are looking for anything. And again, we're in southern Kentucky, so plan on coming here to get anything. I'm not trying to. I'll ship small stuff, but we've got the core transmission, we've got the core engine complete, all of the body pieces, suspension, all that stuff. I'd like to see the big stuff go first. So anyway, moving on from there, another vehicle, which is not my vehicle, Silent Mike's dually, which you guys have seen a little bit here in the background. Silent Mike is upgrading. We're upgrading Silent Mike's truck. He's getting something new, different that you guys will see soon and shortly, but his dually is for sale. Now, this is a pretty unique combination. So this is a 07 59 two-wheel drive dually. I believe it's got a little bit over 100,000 miles, pretty low for the year. Beautiful truck, zero rust, ceramic coated, paint corrected. It's a little dirty right now, but extremely well taken care of. Was originally a 0759 truck. It's got a pretty much completely bone stock 6.7 engine that he put in there. Built 48 RE transmission. It's got a turnover ball in the back. Mufflers quiet, really nice, tastefully done. It has got 4th gen interior seats in it. Let's pop the hood here so you guys can see. But if you guys are interested in Silent Mike's dually, we're going to be listing this thing for sale. I have no idea about a price or anything, so if you're interested, you just let me know. He's got the 5.9 valve cover, but it is indeed, in fact, a complete 6.7 engine in here. Factory turbo, factory pretty much everything except for a 6.7 engine, but made to look completely OEM. So super clean truck, nothing wrong with it. Obviously it tows his race trailer around, but those two vehicles need to go. So I know oh, I almost just slipped on some ice. So if you guys are interested, I know we're not trying to do a sales pitch here first thing this morning, but anyway, we're gonna walk inside and show you guys what we're working on today. Hey, buddy. Silent Mike under the hood. Well, I guess front and center, before I tell you guys we're gonna be working on the race truck today, we should probably talk about this behemoth of a dragster that you guys probably didn't know, maybe not known, but this is Silent Mike's race unit here. It is a beast. Is a dragster and a rail the same thing?
Yeah.
So whether you call it a dragster, whether you call it a rail, this is Silent Mike's dragster. You want to talk about this thing for a hot second, because everyone's going to ask. This is not what we're working on today. We're working on the Pro Street truck, but you'll see this thing in the background a little bit. So I figured, why not just let the people know. Just give the people what they want. You know, they see the race trailer chilling in the background, and you know, we just need to give them the full story. So, race trailer. Here's what goes inside.
Yeah, it's a 300-inch Spitzer chassis. It's actually Scheid's old rail, and we made it a common rail. So it's got a 48 RE in it.
Got a Silent Mike built 48 RE.
Yep, it has a shod aluminum block.
Getting it outfitted. Changes from last year to this year. New engine platform, correct?
Yeah, this has never ran in its form, but I got a bunch of help from the guys at Shod, and then S&S is going to take over after that with fueling and ECU and wiring and all that stuff. Yeah.
So this thing, I mean, while it's not ready to fire, you know, right away or anytime soon, but it's definitely way closer than the Pro Street truck is. So you're kind of in the buttoning up stage of getting everything plumbed and ran and little detail stuff.
Yeah, it's the forever, like, this fitting, I forgot that fitting, that line, trying to get all that stuff redone and update the car a little bit. Just try and make it better, faster, all that usual stuff.
So if you see Silent Mike out this summer while we're racing, Silent Mike's race unit, my race unit will probably be pitted together. So that's Silent Mike the Daredevil. You know, we just all of the fast going on. So we had some room in the shop. We knew we were going to be working on the Pro Street truck, so we're trying to maximize our space here. This is this beast is long. So he's going to be working on this a little bit in the background after we're done working on the Pro Street truck. And yeah, today we are going to be working on the Pro Street truck. We're kind of going to move to the front. You know, I have to make the long walk around the shop here to get over to this side. So we're going to continue working on the Pro Street truck here the next day or so, and we're going to get the mock-up engine back in it now that we have the adapter plate, the all of that stuff. Maybe try and work on getting our front frame section. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking. That was a pretty long-winded intro. Lots of work to do. You know, we would love to be doing other things, but you know, race trucks just don't build themselves. You know, you gotta do it.
Twice as much work.
Gotta do it. So we're gonna hop in here and just keep plugging along with the race truck content until we get them done so we can actually use them and go race. I'm grabbing the camera so we can look at that. Somebody was bogging. There is so much crap in these axle tubes. We didn't find anything in the center. Obviously, that's all from knocking that in, but it was all clean in there. But those axle seals were doing their job, keeping all that crap out. That's for sure. So we got the front axle. We are starting to kind of reseal new axle shafts and new ball joints on the 2002 axle that we had got. We're pretty much at the point now on the race truck. Spent this morning getting the transmission, T-case, and engine set in there with the mid plate. Everything is bolted in there, ready to go. We've been kind of checking to make sure the engine's straight, the engine's at the right angle. Took a little bit of while. took a little while. Took a little while, make sure everything is good and set, but we are set now, pretty much at the point where we need to put the front axle back in to start making the front part of our frame. So we are rebuilding this axle and really just doing more cleaning than anything at this point. This thing is going to need a severe cleaning, but again, we got some Moog ball joints, we got some Spicer U joints, and we're going to put new axle seals in it, and then we'll be able to put our Willwood brake kit back on there, put the front tires back on, and roll it back underneath there. You ever seen that much gunk inside axle shafts? On mud trucks, maybe?
That was a beach in there. A full beach.
Full beach. No, always go full beach, you know? So just to give you guys some background and information, if you're not really familiar with this front axle in second gens, if you guys end up having an oil leak that comes spilling out of here behind your brakes, behind your caliper, all of that stuff, there is no axle seal on the outside of this. They're all on the inside. So in order to change axle seals on these front axles, you do have to pull your carrier out, and you can see the axle seals sit right inside of here. So that's why if you have a leak or anything coming from your knuckles right here, it is a little bit of a job just because you have to pull your axle shafts out, disassemble everything. I mean, you pretty much have to tear the whole thing down. So we kind of sped up that process. We're already at the point where all of that stuff is off, the axle shafts are out, and we went ahead and pulled all that out. And you can kind of see right here, that's what they look like. It's probably a terrible angle for the camera, seeing that the last one went flying, right?
Yes.
Oh, there she goes. All right, my friends, to recap just a little bit this morning, we have been working on the axles, getting new U-joints put in these things, spending a tremendous amount of time cleaning up that sandy axle. We got it flushed out, cleaned out. Got some new Spicer U-joints in these things. Man, I have used some crappy U-joints. These Spicer ones are absolutely phenomenal. They went together really, really well. So highly recommend if you're gonna get some U-joints, go the good route. Don't get the, I mean, nothing against Napa, but the Spicer joints are really, really nice to use. So finally brought in the axle after she's cleaned up, ready to go. We actually ended up taking out the entire carrier, pinion, all the bearings and stuff like that. We were like, you know what, we're here. Once we cleaned it out, we were really worried about stuff getting down inside of the pinion bearings. So we went ahead and took all that out. We're gonna go basically start fresh. If we're here, might as well, why not, right? So we're working on taking out the old ball joints. We got the new ball joints. We're actually just waiting. I'm gonna have to run out and grab all of the new crush sleeve, all of the new stuff for all that. But that's where we're at. The tubes are now free, clean, and clear. And we're getting ready to put this baby back together because the goal is to have the axle back underneath the truck by the end of this evening so we can start making our front frame sections. And wouldn't you know, hey, I like your hat today, buddy. You know, you just look like a whole new man with a hat on, you know? You look a lot cooler. I mean, what? So lube up.
Jealous of my haircut.
You're just, you know, that's just a nice, just a nice AMSOIL hat, you know? That you may have stole from me. But lube up your ball joint press here. Did you show him the bolts? Did you tell him where to get the bolts? This is a pretty big hack right here. If you don't give the video a thumbs up for this right here, then I don't know what, but
I'm trying to step up the bolt game. It's just a 1/4 bolt, but it's a 12 point with a flange.
So, if you guys got a project, doesn't even have to be a race project, but if you're trying to get your bolt game to the next level, stainless steel, what have you, McMaster-Carr is going to be your best friend. So obviously we got the Dragster, we got the Pro Street truck. We're going to be using that kind of hardware on pretty much everything. Just you know, just some nice high quality hardware. So little hack there for you, but ball joints it is. Live action. Go from laughing to straight face. All right, so what we want to try and do is give you guys just a couple, you know, Silent Mike and the quick tips here, because I've never done this. I'm finding this very, very interesting. So these axle seals inside here, you can kind of see exactly how they go. They actually look pretty. They're pretty funny looking. So you have to drive these in through the axle tube. You guys can see we kind of just got some random length of tubing that we have laying around, you know, broom handle, mop handle, whatever kind of instrumentation you want to use to try and drive these. But is there anything that you know would help the fine folks out?
I try and do the long side first because it's easier to do the short side, and when you on the second seal you have to not damage the first seal.
Right, so the second, whichever one goes second, you're going through the first one to drive through, and obviously you don't want to damage that, so you have a better chance of not damaging this run going this way than you do that one because of the distance. So really all you do is just clean that up real good. Goes in like that, and we've got a fancy driver seal and driver tool. But
you could use a socket, but just make sure and hit out here, and then try and do it with a buddy. It's the biggest thing, I would say.
So Michael got the ball joints in. I had to run out and grab those extra seals, but he said he got his butt kicked, but I'm sure I'll make it look good. So ball joints are in. Once we get these seals in, we'll be well on our way to some more reassembly. All right, well, fast forward a little bit of time. We have got our new axle ready to go. Well, I say ready to go, but we are ready to drop in our beautiful full hook performance control arm, slap the tires on it, because we are rebuilt, ready to go. We've got our new U-joints, we got the axles back in it, we got the brakes, the knuckles, new ball joints, you know, refurbed. ring and pinion stuff there, and we are ready to put this thing in place so we can start mocking up our frame, our steering, and everything. So we're gonna grab the tires, and like I said, we're gonna grab these beautiful, custom, lightweight, full hook performance control arms on here. I'll drop the link for the control arms again down below. These are just adjusted loosely, that way we can kind of tweak it, see if we can't get our pinion angle correct. But we're gonna pop these in first thing. You know, before I set this camera down on the tripod, I just wanna ask you a very important question. Are you whistling Frozen? I thought so. Let it snow. Little update progress for you guys. We are pretty much at the point where we are gonna cut it on this video, but as you can see, we've got our two main frame rails tacked in place. We're kind of getting everything set up for the steering, for the frame rails. We might even throw the turbo and manifold on in the next video just to make sure we're taking the whole picture into account. Like I said, we got the full hook performance control arms on here. We might actually need to get a little bit of a longer one for the top, but they're looking good. We might even drill some new holes in the control arm mount, but everything is looking solid. Mocking up the steering here, just kind of taking a look at everything, making sure that we'll be good clearance wise on everything. But lots of progress, lots of time consuming progress, but it's all downhill. We're getting there. And we got the shocks out. We're gonna mount the shocks here once we get another bar going this way, get it all reinforced. They look a little long right now, but the front end is actually going to get reattached to this, so the front bumper actually kind of comes right here in this section, and we'll have some tanks up here, stuff like that. So anything I missed there, sweetheart? No? No comment from the peanut gallery. But the front end is back together, and yeah, we're rolling. Next, I don't know. What do you think? Next video? Maybe even be a roller next video? Might be close. It's a pretty hefty goal.
Yeah, be really close.
But we next video or so, let's put it that way, we might be off the jack stands back to roller status. So we're gonna clean up the rest of the axle when the rest of the fab work is done. Weren't really concerned about that, seeing that we need to do some more welding, do some more grinding, but we're getting there.
We gotta do another wishbone.
Oh, and the wishbone, my goodness.
My butt again.
Yeah, the wishbone. Wishing for that bone. What? All right, guys, that is pretty much going to wrap up this video for a couple days of drag truck progress. We're trying to get it done so we can use it. So bear with us, but we're getting there. How many times do you think I just said we're getting there? At least 4 or 5. All right, make sure you guys hit the like button before you leave. Subscribe if you have not already, and make sure you guys stay tuned. February 8th, Monday, coming up soon is the next Wrenchworks launch and giveaway. Make sure you guys are getting in on that. I will make sure that I'm gonna remind you. I'm gonna remind the heck out of you about that. So, anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Not on the drag truck. We're gonna take a little bit of a break, work on something else. But she's looking like a truck again.